Alright, today I'm going to do a little bit of Risk Trial and Bloody Palace. So we're going to do some Vergil and some Dante gameplay today. So I got his legendary Beowulf. I also got the Shuriken too. Let's see if we can... I don't know if you can switch to both of them at once. Oh, you can. Cool. Huh. No, it's not upgraded. Actually, you can fix that right now. I'm not gonna have the legendary anytime soon, barring a miracle. So let's go ahead and upgrade this one and get those buffs on it unlocked at least. So I need the big blue rock thing. Luckily, I've got all these saved up from months of playing the game, so I'm gonna grab 8 of those. This game definitely makes you feel pretty good for saving materials up, because when you get something new, like a new moveset gets added, you can just max it out right away. The legendary Shuriken is supposedly really good, but I don't have the resources for it right now. Okay, so that part's done. Let's deck it out with these two. I'm not going to spend any orbs on this, because it's likely I'll get the legendary next time I cash, which will probably be next month. They'll likely add another Beowulf legendary for Vergil. That would be the best time to cash again. I've had such bad luck in this game that I can just max this out right away. The attack's almost doubled without spending any money. Alright, so let's try out these shurikens first. So I got that move for Vergil, the aerial hell on earth. Oh. Kind of pointless to try the shurikens without any moves for it. So let's just go straight into a real battle here. I'm not very good with Vergil in this game yet, so bear with me. I'm also working with 2 new movesets, which I haven't spent much time with, because I've been kind of all over the place gaming-wise lately. I've been playing this, Punishing Grey Raven, Streets 4, Assault Spy, Avengers in a couple days. It's been pretty crazy around here. Nothing major going on, obviously, but still. I don't know why it does that. Frame rate craps out. I need to hurry up with that PC port. So, Vergil cannot DT in this game. I've mentioned that before, but he cannot DT. What he has instead, at least for now, is he has super moves that you can buy with the blue books. And you get the blue books by doing draws on his banner. And once you have 3 bars of DT, you can do that super supposedly at any time. This is actually my first time using it out on the field and not in a training scenario. Let's go ahead and try it here. Before you get excited about the damage, the bosses here have greatly reduced health. Need all the orbs I get. Now that I'm, it's kind of like my real life, I'm juggling 2 jobs. In this game, I'm juggling, 2 characters and like 4 movesets. It starts to really add up after a while. Let's see if I can get that move for his shuriken. It's not the legendary one, but it'll have to do for now. The charge looks pretty nice. The problem with this is, some weapons like the Beowulf don't actually have an airstring right now, so I don't know if you could even use that. The only one I'd really go for is this, most likely. It'd be nice to allow him to have some time to charge. And this seems like whale territory here, but apparently you can power this up even more, but you basically would have to spend money to do that, I think. It would be a real slow burn if you were doing it only with stuff you save up. However, if you did have the weekly and monthly pass like I do, I guess that would help. But don't quote me on that. Anyway, we're gonna do some BP. Got 14 hours to get through this, so I gotta haul it a bit. Like I said, my luck with Dante has been completely abysmal in this game. Ironically, Vergil, I had a really hard time getting Vergil. Pretty terrible luck there too, but once I did get him, I've actually got the legendary version of all his weapons except for the shuriken. The shuriken and the Yamato. Next month I've got the Rise. The new Melty Blood comes out too. I might grab that. So I don't know how much service game income I'll have. Disposable service game income, I guess would be the term for it. The nice thing about this game is there's never really a bad time to try to cash in this game or try to get something, because they're always adding more stuff to the pool. And especially with Vergil, all his stuff gets added to pity, actually. So, like me, I saved up and I got the legendary Beowulf basically with no effort at all, because I already had so many pity items saved up. If you can't get something right away, at least with Vergil, it's not really a bad thing. It can be a blessing in disguise in some ways. I wouldn't call anything monetization-wise in this game a trap, but there definitely are times where some things aren't really worth having. Some moves are really great for utility, other ones just look cool. Obviously, this is a stylish action game, so looking cool has more... It's more viable than a lot of other games for sure, but you definitely want to go for the moves that add utility. Some of the legendaries completely change how a weapon is played, or how moves synergize with each other, or how weapons synergize with each other. And those are, from my experience, from somebody who spent a fair amount on this game, and who's been playing since the first public beta months ago. That's probably the more reliable thing to aim for. Oh man, is it the worst boss? I think it's the worst boss, folks. Yep, it's the worst boss. Your standard, small hitbox character. Really hard to tell what it's doing. Every game's gotta have a boss like this, and the armor doesn't help either. It's okay, this is the easy version of the Bloody Palace, so you just suck it up and revive. You actually have like 14 hours to finish the next 40 floors, so later today I'm gonna have to finish the rest of this. I've been busy with other stuff. Mainly sleeping. Also, I'm sorry there haven't been many daily videos lately. There just hasn't been anything going on. I've kind of just been playing stuff like this, which is interesting in its own right, but I know it's no replacement for the guides I'm known for, but there just hasn't been anything to make guides for, so I've had more fun just doing this. This game is awesome. Not even, like, for a mobile game does this have good gameplay. It just straight has good gameplay. We all know most games on this platform have no gameplay. So for this to have gameplay as good as it is, despite its jank and flaws, which I'm sure will get ironed out at some point, this game is really solid. Definitely one of my favorite games to come out this year. I still need to find the best synergies for the Beowulf. But right now I don't have a legendary Yamato, so a little bit hard to do that. Oops. Get a nice amount of orbs for finishing this, so hopefully I can even out the rest of Vergil's moveset. They have pretty much all the moves for Dante. The only thing Dante can really get at this point is more stats, which actually has a purpose now because of the talent system. So I'll need to put some orbs into him at some point. Save up some DT to burst down the boss. Next boss is in 3 floors. Alright, there's an Enigma here, so the Enigma needs to go down first. As I've mentioned before, there is no camera trick in this game, meaning that enemies can start attacks when they are not visible. You can imagine how strong projectile spam in this game, how imperative it is that you prioritize those enemies first. I imagine once they add more enemies, there probably will be less projectile spam. But right now, this is a service game, getting by with about as many bosses and enemies as, you know, a mainline DMC game has. Still got a ways to go in terms of enemy variety. It does get pretty legit unfair when they spawn a bunch of Enigmas or the Gargoyle Ladies. And they're all just hitting you from off-screen, and there's very little you can do about it. It's time for, I think his name is Locke. Original character, Do Not Steal. This boss is pretty jank. He's not like other humanoid bosses in DMC, where every time you hit him will yield a reaction. He'll be in armor until you hit him a certain amount of times. Kinda gotta wait for him to bait a move, and then hit him with something that hits multiple times. Though sometimes that doesn't even work. I think this is the best fight in this game, but it's still pretty jank. As you can see, I landed a bunch of clean hits there, and he just kind of walks through it. Luckily, he doesn't seem to have any invincibility frames, which does help, but it's definitely a pretty jank fight. This game has an incredible amount of polish, but if you've been playing the series as long as I've been, it definitely gets pretty noticeable that sometimes things don't work the way they should. The lack of the camera rule, and like the humanoid boss, that boss I was just fighting, he has a penchant to just walk out of things whenever he wants. And the rules to stun him are not consistent. I'm sure they're getting a lot of complaints about that from the native-speaking players over in China. Maybe they'll work that out at some point. So there's two more things I wanted to show. The first is that this battle pass for this month is actually pretty good, because it gives you a guaranteed legendary. I don't have a legendary Agni and Rudra yet, so I need to get to level 50, which is going to take about another week. And once I do, I'll get a guaranteed legendary. So that's definitely a very good thing to have. Alright, let's try to get a weapon for Vergil. So I'm close to I'm close to getting another one of his super moves. So even if I get junk, I'm just working towards that. This is going to be nothing, though. Yep, nothing. Alright, folks, that's going to do it for now. I got to get ready for my kitty-sitting job, so hope you enjoyed. Now that I've got more interesting stuff to play with in this game, I'll definitely be playing this more often. The legendary moves, like I said, they make a pretty massive difference in some cases. So it can be nice to wait until you have some more stuff to mess around with. And now that I do, I'll be playing this a lot more in the near future. There's supposed to be another story chapter coming. Dante's Axe, the Arbiter from DMC Reboot is supposed to be coming soon. I don't think I'll be going for that one because it just doesn't look like something I'll be using. Next thing I'll be doing is probably waiting until they have another good legendary for Dante. Right now they have this, and I already got this, so I haven't really wanted to. I haven't wanted to pull on here. As you can see, my legendary collection is a lot more evened out now. Got a good amount of stuff here. Got both Beowulfs. Dante's definitely got the least. This is one I want to go for sure. This looks like a pretty good relaunch. Maybe you can like switch Cancel or JC out of that or something. That's not going to come for a while. Yeah, I pretty much got all the movesets in the game right now. I just don't have the legendaries. I never got this one, but the other one is way more useful, so it's kind of a blessing in disguise. Alright folks, that's going to do it for me today. I'll have more of this probably within the next few days. Thanks for watching.